So this won't be my normal video. I won't have a pretty intro, a pretty outro, or music or anything. This is one of those times when I'm so deeply disturbed that I have to speak. Last week, Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, she said something that was really, um, I thought was stupid. She says a lot of things that display startling level of ignorance. And I thought this was just one of those things, but I'm finding that what she said was actually quite evil. She referred to the camps, the detention camps on the Mexican border, as concentration camps. And then she used the term never again. The term never again was coined by Rabbi Meir Kahane in 1972 to refer specifically and exclusively to the Holocaust. And then she tried to say, oh, no, it's concentration camps. She referred to an Esquire article. She put that up on her tweet about it. And the Esquire article cited a professor who defined concentration camp in a way that's not the mainstream and certainly not the dictionary definition of concentration camp. And it was just so absurd that I thought it would go away. Now what I'm finding is that there is such a significant response of people who are doubling down and saying that no, she was entirely accurate. The differences between the detention camps and the camps, the Nazi camps, there's absolutely no similarities. The detention camps are for people for something they did. The Nazi camps were for people of racial groups. I've had people say, oh no, there were also political prisoners. Yes, there were, but shut up. It was all about racial groups, not just Jews, but primarily Jews. It was ethnic cleansing. It was racially motivated, unlike the camps on the Mexican border, which are not racially motivated. It has to do with what the people did. Now, I want to emphasize that I'm in no way saying that there is not a crisis. There is a crisis on the Mexican border that needs to be taken care of. That crisis is not a Holocaust. Also, the people in the camps on the Mexican border are not slated for extermination. They're awaiting a legal process, the goal being to return them to where they came from or to process them. The Nazi camps, the goal was to kill the people. There were no similarities. There was no interest in keeping the people alive. There have been less than 25 people who died in the camps on the Mexican border, and considering that they arrived there after walking through a desert, that says a lot about how much effort has been put into preserving life. Now, all of this is very clear and obvious. What's disturbing is the level at which this is being supported, this absurd and totally out of place statement that Alexandria Ocasio Cortez made. Up until recently, if anyone had made any comparisons to the Holocaust, they would have been ostracized, but she's not. Ilhan Omar also made a comment about the Holocaust, rewriting history in a way, saying it gave her very comforting feelings to think about how her people helped the Jews by making a home for them after the Holocaust, which nothing could be further than the truth. the roots of the Palestinian nationalist movement were very much intertwined with the Nazi movement. They supported the Nazis and were, so those comments are bad. They're not stupid. They are evil. Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, her comment was anti-Semitic. It borders on, it actually is Holocaust denial. To say that the Holocaust was the same as the detention camps on the Mexican border is to deny what the camps were. That is Holocaust denial. Meaning, yes, having 6 million Jews gassed to death because they're Jews is exactly the same as detaining refugees. And I've actually seen a recent wave on social media of Holocaust denial. People are gaining strength from what she said. And a lot of those people are Jewish. And I think it's because they're scared. Because if Holocaust denial is now becoming mainstream in the American government, in a year that there were 2 synagogue shootings, in a year where the New York Times came out as anti-Semitic, where anti-Semitic attacks doubled over the last year, and in which attacks against Jews, specifically targeting Jews in New York, is going unreported, entirely unreported. This is so disturbing that to actually admit it, to face that, is to admit that America is headed towards perpetrating another Holocaust. I don't think I'm overreacting. What Alexandria Ocasio Cortez said was bad. The fact that not only did she not apologize, and she didn't even make an attempt to fake an apology, the fact that she did not, that she was not ostracized by anyone, and anyone who tried was shouted down, is kind of horrifying. So she wasn't being stupid. I don't think she's stupid. I think she was very intentional and in a scary way. What Alexandria Ocasio Cortez said entirely belittled the Holocaust. That is Holocaust denial. If you deny, if you say that the Holocaust was the same as what's happening on the southern border, then you are denying every single thing about the Holocaust. And when I say that, people say, oh, so what's happening on the border is okay. You're accepting it. You're saying it's okay. No, I'm not saying it's okay. What I am saying is that Alexandria Ocasio Cortez is denying the Holocaust. She's a congresswoman, meaning she will be making laws. How do we know that a woman, a congresswoman, who denies basic aspects of the Holocaust will not make laws reflecting that? I'm deeply concerned. She did not misspeak. If she had misspoken, she would have apologized. She did not apologize, meaning that even in afterthought, she intended precisely what she said. I'm horrified and I'm scared. And that's why I'm making this recording.